Hi guys, today we're going to be showing you how to make the perfect latte using just a cafetiere. So this is a perfect little hack you can use at home. We totally understand that not all of you are going to have millions of pounds to spend on these swish fancy machines. So you're literally just going to be using a cafetiere and bits and bobs that you can find around your house and some beautifully ground cafetiere coffee. You're going to need a cafetiere or French press, 1 dessert spoon, any old mug, very sexy ground coffee. I recommend our classic espresso, a kettle or way of heating up your water, a microwave or a stove top with a saucepan, and that will be used to heat up your milk. So the first thing we want to do is create that espresso, which is always the base to our drinks. So what we've got here is our classic espresso. So we're just going to open this up. Okay, I've done that a few times. So what we're going to do is just literally get our dessert spoon and spoon in 2 heaped spoons of this coffee. Because we want it to be nice and intense, nice flavour in there. Okay, so we've got that there. Now we're going to add our hot water. Again, we're not going to be fancy today. We're not weighing in, weighing out, all of this. We're literally just going to pop some water in. So we're just going to grab our mug, fill it nearly up to the top. Don't fill it all the way because otherwise it's quite messy. And then just pour it into our cafetiere like so. Okay. Now you're going to want to wait for roughly around a minute. Is a good amount of time to let this brew. Okay, so we've left it about a minute. Okay, just to plunge it a couple of times. Now just give it a nice bit of pressure. Obviously it is filter, so it's not going to be as intense, crazy intense as espresso. We're just going to pour a little bit into our cup, into the bottom. Okay, something like that is a good amount. So now I'm going to clear up my mess. So I'm just going to clean out the cafetiere, obviously clean my spoon, pop things away that I don't need. Okay, so we've obviously previously just poured our beautiful espresso, showing you how to do that. So we're now going to move on to the milk side of things. Now I'm just going to pop this into my cafetiere. You've got to be mindful that your cafetiere doesn't want to be a metal one. Our one is metal, sadly, so what you can do is just be very careful but remove the inner glass section to the cafetiere. Okay, now I want to fill this probably about half full, something like that should be plenty. Always pop your milk back in the fridge, especially if it's a hot day. Now I'm just going to slam this in the old microwave for about a minute. So I'm just going to set this to a minute, get that going. And then now we can dream about those lattes. Now if you're like me and you don't like using a microwave, you can warm your milk up on a stove. Just be careful that you don't burn it and overheat it. Always bear in mind that you only want to take your milk to about 70 degrees. So our milk is now done. So I'm going to remove from the microwave. So it's not too hot, it's just nice and warm, that's what we want. Pop that back in there. Okay, and then pop the plunger on top, place your hand on top and push it up and down. Give it a jiggle. You want a nice bit of texture in there. Okay, just gonna have a look. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you just want to give it a little polish before you pour, so it's nice and silky. You shouldn't have too many bubbles in there. Okay, so we're just gonna get our espresso, give it a polish, give our milk a polish, slowly pour around. The perfect latte without even needing an espresso machine. So I hope you found this video useful, and hopefully it should save you some money and you don't need to go out and buy one of these big old Barista machines. Yeah, so take this tip, enjoy it, have a play around, and if you want to get really fancy, if you buy one of those little Barista jugs, it'll really help you and make it much easier on pouring some awesome latte art. Enjoy and keep drinking awesome coffee. See you later. I'll just pretend that I was just babing away doing bits.